In today's BTG episode, Joey tries to dissuade Vanessa from digging. Chelsea tells Kat to move on, and Naomi worries when she learns June wants Ted. At Eva's, Kat tells her they need to stop being sisters who hate each other and become sisters who share things. Thomas walks in wearing a towel. Kat slams the door and asks for a logical explanation. The lawyer claims he was helping Eva move and asks her somewhere to talk. Kat can see they had sex. "You all are both garbage," declares Kat. She asks if he took a page out of Bill's playbook. He had the perfect woman and ditched her for someone else. She's sure Eva had this all plotted out and which box she wanted unpacked. Get updates on the latest posts and more from soapspoilers.com. Straight to your inbox. We use your personal data for interest-based advertising. As outlined in our privacy notice, Eva admits she has wanted Thomas for a while and she loved every second. Kat tells her to pour some malt liquor out for the homegirls who ain't made it out of Hoetown. Eva tells her she doesn't want this and tells her she's a top-tier bitch. She showed Thomas what it feels like to be with a real woman, and he didn't disappoint. As she gushes about how all the bedroom issues are on Kat, Kat is devastated that he broke her confidence. She accuses him of getting revenge on her by sleeping with her half-sister. Eva accuses Air of only claiming her as family to look like more of a victim, declares she's a heartless hood rat and a degenerate before storming out. He gets dressed and says they shouldn't have done this. She says Kat brought this on herself and will survive. Thomas didn't want to hurt anyone and never meant to use her. He says they are friends. Eva says they made love and it was intense. He tells her tonight was a beautiful escape and he'll always be grateful to her. When the world came knocking on the door, he realized what he'd done. She can't believe he still wants Kat. We supposed to just be bros now? We fit so smooth, she says, insisting they belong together. He says he belongs with Kat. She accuses him of just using her to confirm. He's good at sex and wanting someone who can take him places and look presentable. She's furious that she's made the same mistake her mama did. This wasn't supposed to happen. She kicks him out and tells him to never come back. Eva collapses on the floor in tears. Ted and Andre are drinking at the club. Andre admits he rebounded from news of Ashley's engagement by marrying Danny in Vegas. They see Nicole walk in with Carter. Andre notices how frosty she is. Ted explains that he slept with Leslie. Andre says that his aunt is not a big fan of him either right now. At their table, Carlton and Nicole talk about Doug's sudden death. She admits she couldn't help wondering how she would feel if Ted died. Ted comes over to compliment her and hopes she's not being too hard on Andre. Nicole is annoyed. When Andre announces he and Danny are making a go of it, Ted and Carlton start insulting each other, and Nicole tells Ted he has no right to question her choices after he slept with that disturbing individual. Once Ted and Andre exit, Carlton admits he sympathizes with Ted. There isn't a mountain he wouldn't climb to get back to her. At the casino, Vanessa tells Joey how devastated the twins are to lose their dad. He's startled when she announces she's going to talk to the police. Joey tells her none of this is her fault. She couldn't help Doug because he didn't want help. He assures her that what Doug did was not about them. He just ran out of luck and took dangerous chances that got him killed. She says nothing is adding up. Doug's last call sounded like he was apologizing. She wishes she knew what happened between the call and the accident. For her own sanity, she needs to know and plans to visit the crash site. He urges her to focus on the funeral arrangements. Madison visits Chelsea at home. She shows off the sales numbers for the purses. It's so much more than they expected. Chelsea tells her how terrifying it was when Allison called. She has to remind herself that she's safe. Her trauma tension is gone. Madison says she's a survivor, and Chelsea says she's ready to conquer the world. Chelsea records a reel for her buyers and tells them about how she has come out of her attack, stronger and wiser. Once she ends the recording, Kat shows up and starts railing about Eva and Thomas. Madison takes off. Kat explains she tried to make peace with Eva, but she slept with her man. How could Thomas do this? What is wrong with her? Chelsea says they were hanging on by a thread and she gave Eva room to wiggle in. Now she knows it's over. Who says it's over? Asks Kat. Kat loves him and won't give up on him for making one mistake. Chelsea tells her love has to come with limits. We're not ending, we're elevating, Kat says. Chelsea finds this hard to believe. She can have any other man. Her cousin declares she won't let Eva win. Naomi stops by Orphe Jeans to see June and tell her how Conscientious she is for returning her ring, June. Starts telling her about the Morris Chestnut gorgeous man who was in there and putting giggle in her wiggle. Jacob joins them and June takes notes as Naomi gives her advice about how to flirt. They are startled when she announces the man she's after is Ted. They tells June he's straight up trouble and she should avoid him. June runs off and he fills his wife in on the latest with Doug and Joey. She needs evidence. At home, Martin and Smitty eat risotto and talk about how the congressman is not as ham-fisted as he used to be. Smitty says he's noticed their lives are better with him around. Martin winats to discuss that. The last time they had sex, Smitty broke his heart by telling him it was only sex. He can't live on the couch like an uncle who comes to visit. I'm leaving, Martin announces. If he's living there, he wants to live there. He can't occupy only a corner of his world. He has to be everywhere. He'll be back to see the kids. Their love was perfect, and he will back if they find that again. I gotta go, baby, Martin says, exiting. Smitty weeps, hooked on Beyond the Gates? Join our official Beyond the Gates Facebook group. Get spoilers, recaps, theories, and fan talk all in one place.